Make your holidays extra special with Yarlap's easy to make, delicious deli-style cheesecake. It's really easy to make and it tastes amazing, but you're gonna have to make it at least one day ahead so that it can let the flavors fuse. Your Yarlap deli-style cheesecake can be frozen. So first, let's check your equipment. First, you're gonna need 2 mixing bowls. One must be at least 4.5 quarts. Then you'll need an 11-inch spring-form pan. Next to measuring spoons, mixing spoons, and I like the mixing spoons that detach so that you can get a better clean, wax paper, a mixer, and an oven thermometer, plus a small bowl for breaking eggs. First, you're gonna wanna gather your ingredients. You're gonna need 6 eggs, 2 cups of granulated white sugar, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and then 5 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, and then 1 pint of sour cream. Before we start, a few words about smart handling practices. Before you do anything, make sure that all utensils, surfaces, and your hands are clean. In this recipe, we let the cold items sit out overnight, but if your eggs are store-bought, please keep them refrigerated. If you are using eggs direct from the farm, make sure that you use a clean break and wash all the surfaces and your hands after using the eggs. If you have a lot of practice, you can crack the eggs on a flat surface, but based on a study from MIT, hit the eggs on the side of a sharp surface. Nailed it! Now next, you're gonna wanna preheat the oven to 325. Temperature and smoothness of the batter you are about to make is really important. So please be sure that the oven temperature is true. And it might be smart to use an oven thermometer. At Yarlap, we're all practical engineers, and in the kitchen, you and I, we're all scientists. So in a medium-sized bowl, you're gonna wanna put in the 6 eggs, these guys. 2 cups of granulated white sugar. Nice. 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And 1 tablespoon of vanilla. All together. A paddle attachment on your mixer will give you a dense cheesecake, which is less prone to cracking. A whisk attachment on your mixer will infuse the cake mixture with air, making it lighter, but more prone to cracking. I prefer a lighter cake. Once everything starts to mix together, you're gonna wanna use a spatula to wipe off the sides of it. So that's what we're going to do real quick. Yep, thanks. And down the sides, like so. Next, once the egg mixture and vanilla and everything are all mixed together really well, you're gonna want to switch out the bowls. And we're gonna start with the 5 packages of cream cheese here. Just slowly put these all in. Ooh. And then what you're gonna want to do is stir it until it's smooth. Shove that guy down there. There we go. So after whipping it for a while, it's gonna actually start to look like whipping cream. And that's when we're gonna start adding in the eggs. So, all right. So very slowly, you're going to wanna put the eggs in. And it's gonna kind of start to look a little silky. Add that all in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pause it for a hot second and scrape down the sides real quick. But get everything out off there. And then what we're going to do is we're gonna add the sour cream. Yeah. Gently mix all the contents in the large bowl until the batter is really smooth. Next, once everything is smooth in the batter, what you're going to want to do, stop it, and then pour all of the contents into a really good quality 11-inch diameter spring-form pan. So that's what we're going to do. Oh. And there we go. Ta-da! And now what we're going to do with this is we're going to bake it for 1 hour and 20 minutes. At the end of the hour and 20 minutes, look through the oven window. If the top is not slightly brown, continue baking it for another 5 to 10 minutes. When the edges are slightly brown, turn off the oven because the center will be wobbly. So you're gonna wanna let the cake cool in the oven for an hour to an hour and a half. Then crack the door open to let the cake cool at room temperature for another hour. When the cake is room temperature, place it in the refrigerator overnight. Kind of like real ice cream, it's really delicious if you let it rest a day in the refrigerator to let the flavors kind of fuse together. If the top cracks, just cover the top of it with whipped cream. In the next video, we're going to show you how to make flawless whipped cream for your coffee, cake, or whatever.